In problems 14 through 17, we're determining whether to reject or not reject the null hypothesis. And in these problems in particular, we're using the classical approach. So we're comparing the test statistic to the critical value. So in 14, what I like to do in all of these is draw the distribution. You don't really need the distribution so much, you just need the number line. And let's mark the critical value first. So in this problem, the critical value is 2.05. And if the test statistic falls further into the tail than where the critical value is, then we're going to reject the null hypothesis, and otherwise we will not reject the null hypothesis. So our test statistic is 2.07, which would fall just a little bit further into the tail. It is in the rejection region, so in this problem we are going to reject the null hypothesis. Now I'll do the same thing for 15. In this case we have a two-tail test, and so that's why we have two critical values. So one is negative 1.64, the other is positive 1.64, and our test statistic is negative 1.55. So the rejection region is the area in the tails beyond the critical values, and our test statistic is negative 1.55, which would be about here. So that is not in the rejection region, so we will not reject. Now in 16 and 17, we're doing basically the same thing again. We're just given a little bit different information about what type of tail it is, or what type of test it is. So in 16, we have again a two-tail test because the alternate hypothesis is a not equal to statement. And in 17, it's a left-tail test because it's a less than statement. So I would do those problems the same as 14 and 15. It's just that I have to stop to see what type of what type of test it is, and then I would do the same thing as I did in 14 and 15. So that's how you would do those problems.